Okay, I saw a topic in the news the other day, and it got me thinking about a topic I should address. Who better than me, right? I'm talking about, and the title of this video is Police Shooting Innocent People. And innocent will be in parentheses. No, quotation marks, I'm sorry. There was an incident where a police officer shot a Texas middle school student for brandishing a toy gun, or a pellet gun, or I think it was a BB gun, a gun that looked real but it wasn't. Now, I'm going to stay right off the top of the bat. I know very little about that particular story. I'm actually wearing my Yonkers Police PBA shirt today. Now, the reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because a lot of people have bad perception of the police, especially when they kill, quote, innocent people. Now, there are two Berettas in this photograph. One is real, one is fake. Real one's at the top. Here's the issue. Can you tell what's real when it's aimed in your face? Especially from 25 feet away. You can tell if it's real or fake when you look at it up close, or if you examine it and don't see don't see live ammunition, or you see some kind of feeding device that feeds pellets instead of actual ammunition. So you can tell upon examining it if it's real or fake, but you can't tell when it's shoved in your face or 10, 15 feet away from you. And you have to make these decisions within a second, if not less than a second. Should I kill this person? This person is showing me what I honestly think is a gun. Should I kill them? And that is, oh, by the way, the clock is back working again, so we're going to have some gongs in a few minutes. And that's the question a lot of people have to deal with. Police officer or armed citizen? Police officer in particular. Some guy's got a gun, or I think it's a gun. Should I kill him or should I ask him about it? I want to show you something. Is it loaded? Is it loaded? No, it isn't. But did you know, when I shoved that gun into the face of the camera like that, did you know whether or not it was loaded? Okay? That is a question that you cannot answer in a half of a second while the gun is pointed at you. Understand this. A police officer, ammo was out and everything. A police officer is charged with public safety. You're charged with your own safety and the safety of your friends and family. A police officer is charged with the safety of every single person within sight or hearing of his or her presence. Okay? He is charged with that public safety. Now, in the interest of his public safety role, he does not know when he is presented with a gun or a knife. He doesn't know if it's a plastic knife. Don't forget, dark alley, 2 o'clock in the morning, bad neighborhood, you've got a knife out. He doesn't know if it's fake or real. He also doesn't know if you want to kill him or you want to kill yourself. It's called suicide by cop. I fuck with a cop, I push him over the edge, and he kills me. That's suicide by cop. So the premise is this. A cop shoots someone, and then when it turns out that the gun was unloaded, or the knife was a toy, or it was a toy gun, or the guy had a history of psychological problems and wanted to commit suicide, our first instinct is to put up the bonfires and the torches and, you know, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Louis Farrakhan get involved. Let's all, the police are pigs, the police are animals, they're about to kill us all. And I hear a lot of bad shit about the police. Is every single police officer a good person? Hell no. Hell no. And a cop will be the first one to tell you. There are cops that take bribes. There are cops that beat the shit out of innocent people. There are cops that overreact. But it doesn't mean they're all like that. And a lot of people get upset, you know, I want the cop put in prison. Why? Because after the cop shot the guy, the gun ended up being unloaded. Okay, Did the cop know the gun was unloaded? Well, I don't care. I want to be put in prison. I don't want to live in a world where a cop can shoot a guy and not go to prison for the simple fact that the gun was unloaded. Okay. Now, I am smart and you are stupid. And because I am smart, my opinion matters more than yours. Here's the issue. Do you want to live in a world where a cop is afraid to act? Not afraid to act because he's afraid of dying. Do you want to live in a world where a cop is afraid to act because he's afraid he might get in trouble later with the authorities? Because the guy comes out of the dark alley at 2 o'clock in the morning in a bad neighborhood with a butcher knife, or what appears to be a butcher knife. Okay? The cop's thinking, if that butcher knife is plastic, and that's a 15-year-old kid that just happens to be 6'3", and I shoot him, I don't want to have a media circus, I don't want to get in trouble, I don't want to lose my job. Well, if that cop is afraid to arrest or necessarily kill that person, what do we have there? We have a situation where the police are afraid that they'll be in trouble if they protect society. You do not want to live in a world where every single police officer is afraid to defend society. Because like England, look at England, they live in a world where nobody has a gun. Home invasion capital of Europe. Okay? You want to live in an area where every single solitary police officer in this country is afraid to fight? Is afraid to make an arrest? Is afraid to go into a bad situation? Let me tell you something, my friends. The streets will be running with blood in 2 seconds, okay? The issue is this, and this is the same for anybody, cop or citizen. When you use deadly force, the only thing that matters is that at the time you used the deadly force, you believed that there was a 51% chance you were going to either die or be so severely wounded you would wish you were dead. Okay? And there have been times where guys were fucking around with toy guns to scare the cops. There was an incident before I was born. I learned about it from the guy at my gun range, the range director. Some stupid kids, like the 1970s, were shooting off BB guns in my home, in my neighborhood, right in front of my house. Well, before I was born, though. They went around the corner and they ran into the city of Mount Vernon. And in the city of Mount Vernon, there is a train station. 2 staircases, one here, and you walk down. They see a cab driver. Now, they had been up my block shooting up BB guns. They see a cab driver sitting in front of the train station. So they pull out the BB gun and point it at his face. The cab driver whipped out his gun and yelled out Mount Vernon PD. He was undercover. He didn't kill him. He had the discipline not to. Now, if that cop fired that gun, and back then they carried 38 special revolvers. If that cop fired that gun and killed every single kid in that car, he would have been 100% justified. When you have an officer or any person that is in a situation where they're like, holy shit, I'm gonna die, all bets are off. It only matters what they thought at the time. At the time I saw the threat, I believed it was a real threat and I believed I was gonna die. Therefore, me killing the guy was justified. You have the investigation, you fill out all the paperwork, you talk to a lawyer, you go through all this bull crap, you know, all that song and dance, and that's what happens at the end. I'm gonna check my time. I know, I'm gonna check my time. I'm paranoid about my damn time. Okay, I got a few minutes. That's the issue. It only matters that at the time you did what you did, you thought your life was in danger. There was a situation with my professor's partner. I had a professor I talk about him all the time. He was a Virginia State Trooper. He was either out sick one day or off duty one day, something. His partner was in one of those wild chases like you see in the movies where you're going 100 miles an hour through the city streets and weaving in and out of traffic. His partner was in a movie-style chase with a guy. They stopped off and the guy went into a house. I think it was the guy's own house. The guy came out with a butcher knife and a meat cleaver. This is not a meat cleaver, it's a little small, but you get the idea. Like this, I swear to fucking God. Now, a cop, in difference of the castle doctrine, a cop is never under obligation to retreat. He's allowed to stand his ground, and he's allowed to advance. He doesn't have to retreat. But if they can, they try to take a step back. So the cop pulled out his gun and said, I'm going to kill you. He took a couple steps back. He said, I'm going to kill you. Don't make me do this. They were dancing around the car, and the cop said, I'm going to kill you. I don't care. I want to die. Cop shot him in the chest and killed him. You know what the investigation said? The guy had like 17 suicide attempts. He was psychotic to the nth degree. Now, that is terrible. That's tragic, because that cop has to live the rest of his life knowing, holy shit, I killed a guy, and the guy has psychological problems. Yes, but did that guy care when he was riding through the streets at 100 miles an hour, whatever he was? Did he care if other innocent people got killed? See, suicide is horrible. It really is. But at the same token, some suicidal people want to take us with them. They get on the parkway going 90 miles an hour in the wrong direction. Okay? They run around with a gun, hope that a cop shoots them and kills them. These guys don't care if we die. So that cop has to say, listen, what is more valuable? My life and the lives of the innocent people whose lives I am supposed to protect, or the life of someone who probably wants to die anyway and doesn't care what happens in the aftermath? It's called the lesser of two evils. It is so much better that the officer shoot and kill the suspect on sight than have that suspect kill 5 innocent people in order to kill himself. Here it goes. Ding dong, ding dong. Okay, I'm going to stop now because I want to just continue a little more. I think it's counter relief.